Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 17th of April. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give an overview that we can all collectively relate to. Of course, this week sees an enormous event with the solar eclipse, the first of the year, right on the last degree, which is a critical degree in astrology, 29 degrees Aries, the anaretic point, but squaring up with the mighty but tiny Pluto. What does that mean? We also have Mercury slamming on the brakes the next day on Friday through to the middle of May in the sector of everyday money. But actually Mercury forges a very constructive link this week with the feisty Mars, so I need to share that with you. But if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for joining me once more. If you're new to my channel, it's great to have you with us. I'd be honoured if you'd subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. So let's just explore what we start this week. We have the Sun and we also have Jupiter and CHIRON in the sign of Aries. And if you recall, right at the start of Aries season, we had a new moon. So what makes this week really notable is the second new moon in the sign of Aries in a month. So really rare. And Aries energy is about freshness. It's about initiation, drive. It's the start zodiac sign. And it's where we really get things going. It's that germination energy. But sometimes that means, a bit like the Fool card, we have to take a step into the unknown. But the other way that we can use Aries energy is to inject greater drive and fire, because of the fire nature of this sign, into ongoing plans. So it doesn't have to be a start plan. But because the Sun moves on Thursday, immediately after the eclipse, into the sign of Taurus, joining up with, of course, Mercury, the North Node and Uranus, I feel that whatever ideas we're germinating this week, they need to in some ways be ones that can then pretty immediately become more tangible. So it's not just about the thrust, it is about what we can actually manifest into something more tangible and lasting. Where does Pluto fit into this? Well, I feel that there could be some pain with the gain, because when the Sun and Pluto are squaring as they are this week within 3 degrees, we can get some growing pains. We could resist some change that we need to make, cling on to what we think is important to us, but somehow or another events can seem to have an impact on us which doesn't necessarily make it feel like we're in control, because Pluto is a lot about control. So just be conscious of that. There are some complexities there. But if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand what more serious astrology can do for you personally, if you give me 3 pieces of your birth data of time, date and place of birth, or if you only have your date and place, I can produce for you either my natal life roadmap report, which will help you to get a much more intimate understanding of the patterns that have played out in your life, but also work with them more closely future forwards. But both analyses, the second is based on the Sun as the ascendant, but both these analyses can be complemented with 30% off with my 12-month personal forecast. Again, totally unique to you, and these can give you searing insights into when you make your moves. If you're someone who's really into YouTube videos, the solar package will work really well for you. If you have some sense of your ascendant and more serious astrology, stick to the standard package. But please see the link below for more. So Aries, as you begin this week, our week commencing the 17th, there is a sense still of freshness around you. You're someone who has a great gift to listen to your hunches, but of course Saturn has parked up in your 12th house, and that could be introducing a little bit of anxiety, or maybe you may be finding yourself on one hand wanting to be very dynamic and daring, the Aries energy, but something from your past is still occupying your emotions or or your passions in some kind of way, so you feel a bit split. I think the solar eclipse is going to provide an opportunity over the next 6 months for you to use all the thrust that's occurred this month, including that conjunction, that exact cazimi between the Sun and Jupiter, to push forwards in a very enterprising way. But I think you do need to accept that some past involvements, interests and strands may need to make way in order to clear the emotional space within you to really get on the front foot. But if you have been coming up with some new and fresh ideas recently, you have an opportunity with the Sun moving later on Thursday into Taurus to get them bedded down. It's just that when it comes to finance, money that's owed to you could seem elusive, or some sudden costs could come up with Mercury retrograde. But remember, retrograde also gives us an opportunity to rewind, reprise, I beg your pardon, and go again in a different way. So your relationship to your resources may need some kind of update. We update our software, we update our technology all the time. Sometimes we have to update our outlook. And I think that's what you're being asked to do this week. But I'm not denying that Mercury can cause some glitches, but I also feel that if you have been very keen on one particular plan or project, it's either going to crystallize into something more tangible now, or I think you're going to quickly realize that you may have to shift a little bit in terms of your expectations. But if anyone can manage all of this, it is you. Please do remember to like, comment, or subscribe.